stuff. Make sure to follow the Twitch channel that you're on, the Dominate Dominion Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/DominateDominion. And give them a like on Facebook, facebook.com/DominateDominion, on Twitter @DominateDom. And if you like me and my media, you can follow my work on YouTube, youtube.com/VatoClan, and on Twitter @VatoClan. And if you like to play Fizz, if there weren't enough fish puns before, this is relevant to that. I did a Dominion breakdown on Fizz where me and three Fizz players sat down and talked about how Fizz works in Dominion, what items to build, what runes masteries, where to use them, where not to use them, what kills him, what he kills, other things like that, in Dominion Breakdown 5 Fizz. You can find it on my team's YouTube channel, youtube.com/VatoClan, if you want to check that out. And right now, this is going to be Game 2 of the finals. Looks like the chat bands are going to be Wukong, Kassadin, Teemo, and Kha'Zix. And no puns this game, because there's no Nami this game. So we won't have to worry about that. If you want to watch live, this happens on Saturdays. You can check out the live thing there. And let's talk about those chat bands. Wukong, Kassadin, Teemo, Kha'Zix. Wukong, armor reduction, AoE airborne, durable character, good to have on your team, good to ban out because of that armor reduction. That armor reduction is brutal. Wukas, Teemo, Kha'Zix. Now I forgot what I was saying. Okay, yeah, Wukong. Armor reduction, AoE airborne, durable character. Kassadin, high movement speed, has a slow, has a long duration silence, difficult to kill. Teemo, high movement speed, great map control, brings a blind to the table. And Kha'Zix, amazing single target damage, and very good at coming out of nowhere. The thing about Kha'Zix, he either kills you, or he deals enough damage to force you out of the fight regardless. You gotta watch out for that guy. He's dangerous. He's dangers. What did I say? That's not correct. We're seeing Jayce, Zyra, Trundle, Nidalee, Ahri, and Lulu as the other bans, because there are a total of 10 bans that we use in this tournament. 4 of them are done during the pre-game lobby, which you saw briefly before we kicked over to this screen. You're not Normally I yell, "You're not really gonna play that, stop trolling," but it didn't work. Yeah. Is Dynov's actually gonna do it? Is this real life? I always joked about Dynov, who would always highlight Vigor. I would always joke about him one day just gonna play it and be insanely good at it. And there's no way I've ever been this high in my life. Somebody slipped me some stuff in my Cheerios this morning. I forgot what was going on. Chat bans. We have 10 of them. No, we have 4 chat bans. We have 4 chat bans. I'll get to that pick in a... What? Okay, chat, you guys... We're gonna learn this game together, ladies and gentlemen. I knew it. I knew Rio was doing it. Shoutouts to Riois, aka Rio. I call him Rio sometimes for short. He's a cool dude. I don't play with him too much anymore because we're never on at the same time. But he's one of my SR playing friends. And guys, I don't know where to start. Let's finish talking about the bans. I talked about the 4 chat bans. You get 4 additional ones in the chat post pre-game lobby. Then when you go in here, you get 6 more. Jayce, Zyra, Trundle, Nidalee, Ahri, Lulu. Jayce, long-range poke, good brawler. Zyra, crazy amounts of AoE damage. And on top of that, she has an airborne, a snare, and a slow. Her control's great, her damage is great. Trundle, amazing sustain. Can stand and deliver and fight. It's awesome. Nidalee, her poke is awesome. You have to go through that poke to get to her to kill her. When she's dead, her traps can still be triggering on the map and giving you vision on people. She's good for vision, she's good for damage. Similar to the way that Teemo is, but not quite to the crazy extent that Teemo is. Ahri. Ahri's a counterban against Kataya 8 over there. Because she plays a lot of Ahri, and she's very, very good at Ahri. And Lulu, that's a target ban against Mad Supportal, a.k.a. What is that guy's name? Mad Supportal, a.k.a. Zamike. Because he's the best Lulu on North America, just period, hands down. So don't let him get Lulu. It's pretty scare. And that's why that ban is there. It's also because Lulu is an extremely good champion. She brings a slow to the table. When someone is going to die, Lulu's all over them. They get a shield, they get a health increase, they're not dead anymore, and the person that was attacking them turns into a cat or a cupcake. It's bad times. So you want to watch out for that. That's why those things were banned. Let's talk about the picks real quick. Let's start on the right-hand side, because that makes way more sense than the left-hand side's picks. Pays on Child Support, we're seeing Warwick. Warwick is an old-school favorite that we really haven't seen a lot in more recent competition. Warwick has amazing sustain, he has good chase, he can do some pretty fair damage, and he brings a suppress to the table. He's also pretty damn tanky. Warwick's solid, we just haven't seen him a lot recently. Yay! Alright. And we're seeing Fizz as well. Fizz's burst potential is great, he's good at killing people. I did an entire video on the internet about Fizz. If you want to watch that, look for Dominion Breakdown 5 Fizz on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/VatoClan. Check that out over there. His damage is great. It's really, really good. And his survivability is good because of Playful Trickster. Playful Trickster plus hit points is a good recipe for Fizz staying alive. A good recipe for a dead Fizz is a silence. That's a real good way to kill a Fizz. Amumu, lots of AoE damage, very durable. Elise has a stun, AP damage, great, she's tough to kill. And Xin Zhao, he can stand and fight. Talon, great burst, silence, it's good. Talon's a nice character, he jumps out and kills someone. He's very fragile, but usually bad things happen when Talon shows up. Quinn, down there, Sauron. That's Quinn, right? I'm not, yeah, Quinn. Quinn, movement speed, vision, blind, AD carry. Great kit. I like it. She has kind of sort of an escape, but not really. So she can kind of you can kind of find her by herself and be able to kill her when she's unsupported. But the rest of the time, she can sit and do damage. Shyvana. Shyvana has some sustained damage, but overall, she's really tanky and has great chase because she's fast. She doesn't bring a lot of CC. She has the one airborne when she dragon forms, but that's about it. She will run people down and deliver consistent damage. It's very safe. At the same time, she kind of does suffer being kited, but she has so much natural speed that it's also really hard to kite her or slow her, because it's such a significant amount. Vigor. Vigor can be the best character in this game mode. I'm absolutely convinced of it if you can land those event horizons, because they stay active for so long and the stun duration can be so severe that it shuts down a whole approach. It will shut down an entire approach to a tower, or damn near an entire tower. And it zones really hard. Dark matter zones like crazy. You drop dark matter on someone, they either stop capping and move, or they get hit and stop capping because of that. Plus, he can erase an enemy AP. Fizz. When Fizz's Playful Trickster wears off, Vigor can just erase him. It's not even going to be fair. You have to watch out for that. And with the Q, he can poke a fair amount. It's kind of short range, though, but he can sit and machine gun out those shots and really get a lot of interrupt in, especially if you play high CDR, which is what you want to do, because then he can delay like mad crazy. The problem is, if someone gets to Vigor, he will die. If you're not laying those event horizons to keep you alive, or to set up for your team, this is actually a really, really good example here of something that could work. What's the best way to phrase this? Why the hell is Zamike playing Tryndamere? I mean, I know Sauron has put in a ton of games as Tryndamere, but I don't even. Okay, whatever. Tryndamere. Tryndamere suffers from getting into fights. He can spin in, but usually you want to spin out. Tryndamere makes for an amazing dive because he has Endless Rage. He makes for not so amazing everything else because he doesn't really have a movement ability. His damage is okay, but he has to get in melee range and stay there. He can get kited, crowd controlled. He can be handled in many different ways. to keep him from being able to deliver his damage. However, in this specific instance, paired with Veigar, Veigar's Event Horizon forces someone to stay in an area. Unlike other crowd control in the game, where you drop the crowd control and then it wears off and they leave, Veigar puts the ring down and you stay in that ring, which means you're staying inside of it where Tryndamere can beat the crap out of you, where Talon can just shank you repeatedly, because if you walk out of the ring, you get stunned, which is also what they want. But if you stand in there, your best option is to leave, take the stun, and get out, unless you're extremely powerful, in which case you want to try and stand in there and try and sustain, like a character like Trundle would want to do. You don't run into that situation very often. Veigar with someone who lacks a good engage, or is paired up with someone who's very susceptible to kiting, like Tryndamere. Tryndamere's the perfect damn example for this. That's what you have going on. I'm percent hype for Veigar, guys. I am percent hype for Veigar. Veigar. I actually don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. But he works great with characters that just desperately need to stick. And that's what we're seeing here. Tryndamere is a character who can do a lot of damage but desperately needs to stick, and Veigar can make that happen. It's awesome. Talon with the Rake is going to help out as well. So we will see if this is going to end well. Or the birds. The birds. Sauron has a birds. But I am hype. He also has the pro strat white mage Veigar skin. That makes me so happy. Dynov, I hope you know, man. Infeed Fizz bottom. Fizz can bottom lane, for sure. Don't scare Gnome away. Gnome is a nice people. Fizz, you just ate a whole lobster. That's not safe. Fizz, stop that. Oh my god. Those are expensive. I can't even afford one of those. How come you get to have 2 lobsters, Fizz? Man. Oh well. Both teams heading off to the top end of the map here. This is a game of Veigar and Trundamere. Look at this, going for the shout first. This is going to be interesting. Everyone needs to be... I want like, mad hype. Tryndamere spin in Veigar. There you go. See an example of it right there. Throws that down. Tryndamere gets to stay in range and beat up someone for a little bit. We're seeing Blueberry with that Warwick, with that sustain. Staying alive over there. They can't really do anything about him, so they go for Zin instead. Sorry, Panzer's already popped his revive. Is on his way back up to the top right now. There's the Event Horizon. Dynov standing back. Good call. Ooh, almost got caught with the Elite Stun right there. Oh, the stuns! They're so close to landing! Dynov is going to die. And Shyvana backing away. I'm going to confuse Shyvana with either Janna or Aurelia once this game, because she's all like ice and snow. Payzone Shot Sport is going to take the windmill to start off. What the hell? Quinn started with a BF sword. We're going to learn this game together, ladies and gentlemen. Sauron is on a whole nother level that you can't begin to comprehend. Dynov with the stun, there's some damage there. Quinn with the vision. Doots poking away with a little auto attack. Using the Dark Matter to zone, but a little preemptively, I think. He can kill Infeed if he catches him with the Event Horizon, maybe. But does he have the mana to do it? Ooh, we'll see. Yes, just barely. However, Carnival and Panzers are right behind him. However, so is the rest of Veigar's team. So this could turn into a nice little 3v3 here. But no, they're just going to leave Veigar out to dry, not try and follow that up. I see how it is. Is that what Dynov gets? Be nice to Dynov. It's not very friendly of you guys. Shyvana has discovered Fizz. They don't seem to get along. There's the slow from Tryndamere. Airborne going, yes, tags people. And then Shyvana with the ultimate Not quite going to be enough, unfortunately. Tryndamere staying alive, a lot of delay there, but ultimately not terribly consequential. Dynov, you're going to get catched! Dynov, I'm scared! Puts a lot of hurt on Panzers, but is not going to be able to get away because his event horizon was down. So that is sad times for him. Bottom lane, they're going to make this push here. They have a lot of minions. They're probably going to get the tower neutral. Nope, I'm a filthy liar. Garrison exists. Wait, no, I'm double liar. There's a lot of minions. Blueberry and Sauron getting into a disagreement. Sauron getting the better end of that trade. Uh-oh, the birds. They're after Warwick. Opposite side of the map. Tryndamere chasing Fizz away. The members of Feel the Vibe / Big Deal up on the upper part of the map. Armor, though, I don't like it. Tries to jump out of the fight through someone else. Unsuccessful, unfortunately. Tryndamere spins in. They turn their attention to Blueberry. Blueberry suppresses Dynov. Oh, and the stun. That's bad times for him. Blueberry low on health. Sauron, whoop, there we go. Sauron cleans up Warwick, but... Ooh, the Banish Toss does not connect. I was all set to say, but Amumu has it under control. Maybe he still does. We will see. Oh, the Shark! And the Chum the Waters picks up the kill on Quinn there. Tryndamere and Talon moving around towards the bottom half of the map. Spin in. Tagging who with the shout? I didn't see, unfortunately. Undying Rage active from Tryndamere. Throw the exhaust on Panzers. Tryndamere goes down. Armor, is he going to win the exchange? Yes, wins the exchange with J4. Which is good. However, Fizz is on his way down. So is Warwick. They know Warwick is there because they can see the buff. Armor, that would be the ballsiest thing ever. But not meant to be. Fizz able to pick that up very quickly there. Urchin Strike, too strong for Talon. The silence not long enough of a duration to be able to stop him. Warwick picking that up with the swipe. And Payson on Shot Sports is going to get the bottom tower. And Tryndamere wants the tower. Spins in for infeed. Could win this engagement. Where's the Playful Trickster going to come out at? There we go. At the end. Infeed trying to get away, but I don't think he can do it. With the slow. Nope. Why? Infeed, you're going to die on camera. It's going to happen. Infeed, please. Infeed, please. Infeed, please. Why? No! Tryndamere! There we go. Okay, everything's fine. Why did that happen? At least wants some of that. She's going to go down towards the bottom lane. Panzer's in the middle of the map. Top point. Payzone and Shout Support has that under control. Zin is going to take the Storm Shield in the middle of the map. Well, he tried to anyway. Talon had something to say about that. You don't want to get Rake. It's bad. It slows you. And it hits pretty hard. Panzer's going to let that go. They are going to enable Siobhan to pick up Storm Shield. Siobhan with a Storm Shield, that's just more health and more damage from her that you don't want to have to deal with. Bottom lane, Elise jumps out through Sauron to get away from Tryndamere. And the damage from Sauron Quinn, pretty good. But they want to get out of there before Infeed is able to connect, because the damage that Fizz can deal is going to be easy killing, pickings, whatever. Free kills for Fizz, basically, if he can connect with Sauron. Unfortunately, for him, they are able to get enough distance away to stay alive. Panzer's finally got that Storm Shield that he was trying to secure earlier. And strangely absent from all this, Vigor, who synchronizes so well with those AD, not able to land the Event Horizon. You need to land those Event Horizons or you will die. Kites him to his teammates. That's a good play right there. But Panzer's dashes in from the back, picks him up. They know Blueberry is on the other side. Blueberry circles around, takes a swipe in, but Panzer's dies anyway. Fizz down, capturing the point. Has that under control now. Infeed with a pull in and a little bit of damage. Eventually going to go down. Oh, the Manatee is going to be just fine. Talon managed to stay alive. Supportal in a lot of trouble, actually, over here. Gets caught with the Banish Toss. Oh, the Event Horizon! Not quite enough stun, unfortunately. Banish Toss to Veigar. His Event Horizon's down from having used it a moment ago, so he will not be able to escape because of that. And now Talon and Warwick duking it out. Is he going to get away? Is Armor going to... Yes! Barely manages to escape that fight. Sauron now in a lot of trouble, unfortunately, caught by himself without anyone to support him and cut off from being able to retreat. Shyvana and Tryndamere trying to work over Xin Zhao, but he seems pretty durable. The stun from Painkiller rather, catches Tryndamere. Tryndamere pops the Undying Rage, and Talon able to pick up the double kill. If this goes on, if they can like somehow drag this game out, Talon's damage later on will get downright scary. But I don't think they're going to be able to live to the point where that's going to be an effective play at all. Exhaust really helps Talon to survive that Urchin Strike, but it's already back up. You can see the cooldown reduction on Fizz, 24% right now. It's going to go up more after he finishes whatever the Kindle Gem item is. And with all this bottom lane pressure, I don't know how I feel about that. Consistently losing bottom lane has put them so far behind so far this game that anything that goes on at Windmill has just kind of been moot. Sauron dying also does not help their case, unfortunately. Kataya 8, whoop, Dragon's out through the wall. Supportal coming around, gets the slow on Blueberry, enabling Armor to do that damage. And look at the hurt that Talon can put out. If they can live long enough, Talon can be a force to be reckoned with, but I don't know if they'll be able to drag the game out that long. Talon separated from everyone else, may die, or will probably die. I'm not sure which claim I want to make. Repel up, down, takes him out. And the bottom, the huge manatee. Oh, the huge manatee. They know when feed's there. They can't close in time to be able to interrupt him and stop him, unfortunately. Tagging Painkiller with some damage. Painkiller trying to stay on the tower as much as possible. Shyvana, tower damage, putting a lot of hurt on her. Talon jumps through to get to Elise, closes, kills her. Now going for Panzers. Is this going to be okay? The Undying Rage from Tryndamere is activated, so he has a couple seconds of life left. Spins through the wall to escape, takes the health relic. Good Tryndamere play right there. And Armor, unfortunately, going to go down. Supportal tries to pick off Panzers, but doesn't have the damage to do so. And Elise, as backup, makes sure they're going to take control of the point. Dynov in the bottom lane. Well, that's just not good, actually. Tryndamere alive with the revive is going to be able to chase them away. Starts to put the hurt on Carnival. But, oh, the AoE, the airborne from Fizz. Playful Trickster damage takes him out. And now, Kataya is the focus of the damage, but she's going to be okay, it looks like. Sauron being able to stand in the back and chip away at Warwick. Good times, but... everything ends with but. Every time they make a good play, they're still behind. Talon and Quinn can do a lot of damage, but they've still been behind. They're going to have to do something special to get out of this. Xin Zhao from the back, looking for Quinn. Quinn sees it, starts the fight. With the barrier even, it looks like. And, no, it's not the barrier, it's exhaust, excuse me. Quinn with the shield and the exhaust, not able to do it. Blueberry in the bottom point. They have picked up the windmill. Thankfully, they've picked up the windmill. With the clock stop, with the drain on their Nexus health over, they can start to try and bring this back, but I don't know how they're going to do it. Event Horizon up. There we go. That's great from Dynov. With the slow, ooh, not quite able to pick him up with that Q. Carnival has discovered Dynov, does not connect with Banish Toss, which is good for Dynov, but Dynov is still waiting on Event Horizon cooldown. Finally gets it, and with that, able to kill Carnival. Warwick is somewhere. And they know because of the buff. Warwick trying to retreat is successful. Panzer's leading the charge. Panzer's wants to be able to... Oh dear! Dynov has died. And now it's 3v2 up at the top. 3v3, excuse me. Shyvana here as well. Panzers can do a lot of damage. Defensive garrison goes down. They're able to get Panzers out of the way quickly. Painkiller is their next big source of pain. But with the repel, almost as bad as Fizz. Repel up and back down. Can Sauron? Not Sauron, excuse me. Can Tryndamere succeed here? No. The bandage toss. Unfortunately. Above the tower, Warwick is just hanging out, looking for an opportunity to jump in. Does not have a suppress for a few seconds, but I doubt he will need it anyway. Suppress might just be overkill. Tower dam. Oh, the Vigor! Vigor double kill incoming! There we go. I clicked on him because I was really scared that this wasn't going to be up, and then Amumu was going to kill him. That would have been very unfortunate. Bottom lane has been lost again. I hope they do not hold groceries the way that they hold bottom lane. There will be many a broken bottle. Painkiller tagged by the slow. Being chased by Tryndamere. Tryndamere spin up. Able to stick pretty well, but Painkiller has the lead away. And Carnival, oh, spin through the banish toss. They didn't see coming. He dodged it from the future. But Tryndamere cannot 1v4. And Tryndamere's build is pure sort of aura support. Because he can stay alive. You can't focus him down, which means the auras aren't going to go away. Does not connect in feed with the throws. Doesn't need that fish. Manatee, rather. Armor's health not actually in his health bar. And Shyvana trying to escape. Fizz able to keep up. Troll Pole does a little bit to help out. But Shyvana's just able to live for so long. Buys time for Tryndamere to get into the fight. And they're wasting a lot of damage on Tryndamere that they could be using elsewhere. But I think they know that Tryndamere just... They want to get rid of the auras, maybe? Or maybe they just want to kill Tryndamere because they know they're solidly ahead and can afford to play that? I'm not sure. Armor gets taken down by Panzers. And 4 points up. That seals the deal on the game. Space Evelynn Child Support is going to be the winners this week. There was nothing that can be done to capture points on the other side fast enough to stop the clock. Tryndamere would go for the back cap here, but someone's going to interrupt him to keep him from getting it. So there you go. Space Evelynn Child Support is going to be your victors in this game too. And they are going to be the champion this week. Game 2 of the third place match is just now starting. Really? Oh, Wowix. Damn it, Wowix. There could be bonus games. Do you want bonus games? Do you want me to not get any sleep and cast the 4 Players Liga Europe West Dominion tournament tomorrow morning, sleep deprived, and not having any idea what the champions are? Do you really want to see that cast? Because if you do, I can cast these 2 consolation games, and then be dead tired at 9 AM tomorrow to cast the Europe tournament. I see some caps lock yes in the chat. Alright, well, we'll take a look at this post-game screen here. We'll cut to a commercial, and yeah, we'll bring you the consolation games, I guess. I'll just have a hoo-ha day tomorrow. So, take a look at the damage done. Tell me who's in that game so I know who to drop in spec on. Damage Delta champions. Xin Zhao in the lead. 35k. And Graveyard Hero. That's not right. Vigor. God, get it together, Dynov. Man. Okay. Get to a quick commercial real quick, and we're not done for once. We're going to do the 3rd and 4th place match. What? Figure that out.